Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. From Studio A in Texas, USA, it's the award-winning car talk show In Wheel Time. Just ahead, the John Gray from Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Summer paint protection is what we're going to kind of focus on, along with other stuff that you'll really enjoy, I promise you. We'll review our featured car of the week, the 2021 Cadillac CT5 V.
Yeah.
We've got your weekly cruise-in calendar. Conrad has This Week in Auto History, and we'll have the stories making auto news headlines. That and more just ahead on today's In Wheel Time Car Show. Thanks so much for joining us. Howdy. Along with Mike Out of This World Mars, King Conrad DeLong, and Jeffrey Zekin. I'm Don Armstrong. Notice that Jeff is in the corner here with us now, and this is going to be a permanent fixture because Mike decided this morning that we needed to bring Jeff into
more Jeff.
We need more Jeff.
Yeah, we always do.
And I wanted Jeff close enough to me I could rub his knees.
Let me try that.
Hey.
I wanted to do this story. Hold on, John. I got to do this story. So, what kind of story is this? Okay?
With you,
the only thing that the Mustang car and the SUV Mustang Mach-E share is the Mustang name. There is no other connection. None. They're not married. Other than the name, that's it. So who assigned this story, and how do you stretch that to say, oh, well, the new Mustang Mach-E is outselling the Mustang car? That's like selling apples over here and oranges over here. No, it doesn't work. So here's the story. Mustang, passed a significant milestone in its conversion to electric vehicles, producing more battery-powered Mustangs so far this year than gasoline-fueled versions of its iconic pony car. That's a story? Mm-hmm. That's not a story.
Fake news.
Ford has built 27,816 electric Mustang Mach-E models at a plant in Mexico this year, compared to 26,089 copies of the traditional internal combustion engine Mustang automobile at a factory in Michigan, according to production data the automaker released on Thursday.
Made in America wins.
The global computer chip shortage hobbling the auto industry played a role in the Mach-E surpassing the traditional Mustang. Mr. Farley, who is the president of Ford Motor Company, said the company is prioritizing its newest models, such as the Mach-E and the Bronco SUV, as it distributes its scarce supply of semiconductor modules. Ford's Flat Rock, Michigan factory built no gas Mustangs last month because they don't have enough chips for that.
Say that kind of helped.
According to the production data. And it also helped in the lack of sales in the Mustang automobile. Hey, Ford Motor Company, all you fine folks in the
marketing,
in the marketing department. Oh, now that was an automotive news story, and I ain't buying that. Sorry, guess I've been in the news business too long, huh? Bitter old man I am.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, bitter too.
Bitter too, as well. All right.
Peanut bitter.
Pardon?
He just nibbled.
Peanut bitter.
Time now to switch gears, so to speak, and let's go down to the Gulf Coast Auto Shield factory, right down on 5969, the Southwest Freeway near Bissonnette, and speak with President, General Manager, Owner, and Chief Potentate, Mr. John Gray. Johnny, good morning.
Good morning, boys. How are y'all?
Well, we're doing fine. You know, we noticed while you were away that the liquor cabinet that was on the wall behind you, the shelf, is gone.
Yeah.
Did you drink it all?
Remodeling?
No, we're about to move.
What?
And we've got a place over on the Beltway, 11275 South Sam Houston Parkway West, which is really close to where we are
Say
now.
that slower. We got to write that down.
Say it again.
11275 South Sam Houston Parkway West.
And I am really, really hopeful for you that you've at least doubled the square footage.
We didn't double it, but what we did, we've got pretty much unlimited secured parking there, and that's really gonna help us a lot.
Oh, yeah.
are really tired of us here in their parking lots and
Mystery.
stuff. So
Yeah, well,
it's really nice facility we've got. We're
Well,
just waiting. The whole shop is going to be the checkerboard race deck.
Oh.
And that was actually delivered on Friday. So I think probably 2 weeks from this weekend, we should be making it happen. But as far as the bourbon goes, yeah, that made an early run over there for security.
So
sake.
you are taking you are taking it with you. That's good.
yeah. So yeah, I got
yeah.
that. So when what is it? You got some flies in there?
Got a mosquito, man.
Yeah, you
Things
and
are terrible.
everybody else. Yeah, we do too. So I was telling the boys earlier because we had an interview with Lincoln Stahl down at the Chevy store in Pearland, where there's going to be a car show next weekend, that I really want to get those door edge guards off of my Corvette. You know, those spears that run down the side of the body across the doors?
That just take a couple minutes if you bring it by.
Really?
Oh,
That's what he
Wrong
was
thing to
hoping
tell
for.
him. Oh boy.
That's what I was looking for, and I also
Yeah,
I want you to look at the emblems and help me with that too. That's all this stuff is glued on, and it'd be my luck that if I tried to tackle this by myself, because I'm such a dummy, that I would wind up peeling the paint off or ruining something.
and you want to put that Mac Bulldog on the front hood.
I do not want. Yeah, the Mac Bulldog.
No,
Yeah.
or the singing lady head that you see in the commercial.
That's
you know,
off of that's Conrad sent that to me. That's off
yeah.
like a 35 Cadillac.
Yeah, that would look good up there if you could make it get the voice to go along with it.
No. So, John, when would be a good time for me to stop by there?
Well, we're ending the show right now.
Any day next week. I'll be around all week.
All right. Well, obviously,
what are your operating hours?
Obviously, it'll be early in the morning.
Well, we're open 9 to 6, but
9 to
I get
6,
to work
okay.
6:30, 7 o'clock every morning.
I won't be there that early, but I'm thinking.
No, you won't.
No, but I'm thinking that I will be there like 9 o'clock. Is that okay?
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Come on.
And don't worry about the fact that they're moving, Todd.
Yeah,
You're way more important
Exactly.
than their moving schedule is.
Yeah.
Well, he
Don,
just
did,
got.
did you get a new car cover?
I did.
He did.
Yes,
Yeah, he
he
did.
did.
Yeah, they can all attest to that, and it's out there doing its job,
Yeah.
and it's really nice.
It's holding
Excellent.
all the moisture
Good.
underneath the cover.
It is
I'm
not.
sure.
Thank you very much. No, I actually bought a really nice one from Car Covers Inc. Online, and
It looks good.
and it's much better one than the one thing that I had.
We actually had him on the show a while ago.
No, that wasn't car covers.
No,
It
that
a
was
different
that
company.
was the one that failed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't rebuy that
Not
thing.
the one we had.
So, John, that's not the reason that we called. We called because we
Sure.
wanted to talk to you about summer paint protection. And listen, I can attest to the fact of what a toll the sunshine plays on any kind of paint, and especially under the trees that I've got hanging over my driveway.
And the birds in the trees.
Yeah, the birds
and the
and,
bees.
and
And the
everything
bees.
that's in the trees. So help us here. Obviously, a car cover is good if you're not going to put it in the garage, but it also helps, I think, to have a coating on there, don't you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So if you get the right coatings, that with SiO2, like you were just talking a few minutes ago about some of these SiO2 coatings that you can buy that are in these detail sprays and whatnot. Heck, they're better than nothing, but they don't have much pH resistant, and coatings with really high pH resistance are going to be what's going to help you avoid all of the paint stains and damage from environmental impact, bird poop, water spotting, things like that. So yeah, all of our coatings that we offer are what is called heavy solids, and they're very, very high pH resistance, and they are going to act as a sacrificial layer. It's possible that coating may stain, but we're going to be able to get that out very, very easily back here at the shop. But it is going to save your paint from any kind of permanent damage, from any kind of environmental impact.
Well, I certainly saddled you with the job last time I brought the Corvette in there after the bird poop stains that were only on the car for, maybe 6-8 hours before I brought it to you. And that took some work to get that fixed.
Well, yeah, and that combined with the fact that you had it under that car cover, and there was moisture under that car cover that was drying in that environment, and that's really what caused the problem on that car. Was the fact that car cover was on there with moisture underneath it, and it just couldn't breathe and it couldn't dry properly, and it can cause a real problem. For instance, you see at body shops, there will be, they use this clear wrap to protect the car from overspray and whatnot. Well, if you get moisture under one of these clear wraps and it's allowed to dry, it will actually get into the clear coat on the car, and it can be extremely difficult to get out these stains. And that's exactly what happened with your car.
So is it actually a stain in the clear coat from the residue in the water, or is it the clear coat's etched from the pH?
Yeah. It's the pH that gets in there and causes the problems.
So
it's very, very difficult. So anytime we use any one of those, any type of protection on top of a car from the standpoint of protecting it from something that we're doing out here in our shop, and you got to make sure that car is perfectly dry, because if it gets locked in there and dries on the car, it is extremely difficult to get off.
I'm glad that you said that, because I was talking to Jeff, who's going to help me. I'm going to buy a kind of like a pop-up tent, but something a little bit more solid than that, because I don't have a garage to put the car in, but at least it will keep all of that stuff, hopefully, off of it with whatever it blows in. I can't really do much about that, but at least it'll be a second layer of protection. And unfortunately, the pop-up tents, they're just not sturdy enough for all the rain that we get around here. I don't need it collapsing on top of the car, so I've got to buy something a little bit more sturdy, but that's what I'm going to do.
Get one of those inflatable
tents. One of those little cheap well, it's not a pop-up, but a metal garage, a temporary metal garage may be the key.
Yeah,
heck, Don, that's a nice enough car where you might want to look at a little bit of storage somewhere for it. I mean, that car's in fantastic condition. It is really nice.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I just bought some brand new tires for it. Got the front and rear end alignment on it. And it runs down the road really, really well.
Well, that's one of the nicer older Corvettes that we've gotten in here. The paint on it is in fantastic condition.
It has a loose nut behind the wheel, though.
That's the only thing.
there is the loose nut behind the wheel. So on this note as well, I wanted to talk to you about film on the windshield, sun protection, not on the windshield, but on. Well, yeah, I guess now you can actually put them on the windshield.
Yeah, they do.
And we briefly talked about that the last time that we had you on the air with us. Tell us about coatings on the windshield and on the side glass.
Well, window tint is the technology in window tint is really, really incredible. And when you're looking at a window tint, of course, you want to look at the warranty, but number two, you want to look at what kind of IR rejection it has. And make sure that you're going to buy a window tint. There's no real standard for window tint as far as rating the heat rejection across the country, but you want to look at a reputable company that is going to measure the IR rejection on a full wavelength, not just a selective wavelength. So having said that, we have a nearly clear film that between 92 and 94% IR rejection on a windshield. And man, you want to talk about a game changer. That's the biggest thing you can do as far as eliminating and reducing the amount of heat in your car. Now, if you let a car, even with the windshield tint on the car, if you let a car sit out in the parking lot for a while, yeah, it's just the heat that radiates from the glass itself is going to make the car get hotter. But with the window film on there, number one, your car's going to cool down faster, and it's not going to be as hot when you get into it. So there are a lot of advantages to it. It's not the easiest film to install because it's a big glass, and it's the glass that you're looking through, all the time. So you need to my guys do an exceptional job of installing film on any car and any painted glass, but they're really, really good on the windshields. Even on a Model X, we can install a Model X windshield, which is a massive windshield, in one piece.
Wow.
And you want to talk about a car that gets hot. That is a car that gets hot in the summertime because of the size of the glass on that thing.
So much glass.
But another benefit is it helps with glare at night. Now, I'll tell you this: it is still frowned upon by the state of Texas, but done right, it is incredibly difficult to detect.
I'm just going to say you'd be hard pressed to know that it's on there.
Well,
yes.
Besides just the heat management, won't it also save your interior plastic? Because, you look at,
sure,
the Tahoe I'm driving right now, it's a 2012, and you can already see that the dash is all cracked from sun damage and stuff, and that's not an uncommon thing to happen.
No, especially on that car. Those cars, those older Tahoes had some real issues with those dashes, the dashboard cracking. But yes, anything that's going to reduce the heat and the UV that comes into the vehicle obviously is going to help a great deal with preserving the interior. So that's certainly another benefit to doing film on your car.
Yeah, and that's a small investment because, boy, putting a dash pad in that thing can run $1,000 plus.
Oh, yeah, really, really expensive. Yeah. So, yeah, like I said, that's the number one game changer on reducing the heat in your vehicle. It just makes a tremendous difference. And both my daughters and my wife, they run around with it on their windshield, and that's the first thing I do when I get a car for them.
So what is the technology actually in the film that they use to reduce the IR penetration? It's called nanotechnology. Of course, everything is nanotechnology these days, but it is small particles of heat rejecting matter that is infused between the layers of this dyed film. And that is what, not only there is absorbency and there's reflection, and the combination of those two is what makes this how they get a rating on the film from the standpoint of the IR rejection. So it's a combination of the thickness of the film, and it is a combination of the ceramic particles that they've got that is infused in the dye. That makes the biggest difference.
John, tell us about all of the different things that you do there at Gulf Coast Auto Shield.
Well, we do ceramic coatings. We paint protection film. We were XPEL Dealer of the Year for 2020. We were just awarded that. That's the 4th year in a row. So, in essence, the biggest XPEL dealer in the state on paint protection film. That's a real big deal for us. We do window tint, paint corrections. We just started doing some color changes on cars. That's not anything that we've done really a lot in the past. But we are starting to do some color changes. It's a funny story. My neighbor, guy, I didn't even know. He lives a couple streets over for us. He found me and kind of found how I started my business. And he was operating out of his garage. And so while he held down a full-time job somewhere else, and we brought him in and kind of given him the same opportunity I was given over at Custom Car Stereo years and years ago. And so he's brought kind of a different dimension to the shop as far as being able to do some of the things that are very popular right now from the standpoint of changing colors on these cars.
When you say that, is it the wrapping of the vehicle?
Yeah, it's vinyl wrap, and it's really, really gotten popular. But not just on the full vehicle, but deleting chrome, things of that nature. You've got we've got a Model X out here that we did a little work to that I can show you here in a little while. But not only do we put a satin paint protection film on the car, so it's got satin paint instead. It wasn't a color change; it's just a texture change on it. But we also took the chrome and we made the chrome black instead of being, obviously instead of being reflective. And now it's a pretty cool look. It's something that's really popular.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of trucks. They're going to that blacked out or murdered look, like they like to call it. And they can buy some components black, like around the headlights and stuff. But that chrome bumper, they, instead of buying it or trying to paint it, they're going in and wrapping it because the paint won't hold.
Well, it's cheaper.
I didn't know that.
doing a color change on a car is far less expensive than a paint job. And it's changeable. You can pull it off. You can do a multitude of things with it, So it's not permanent in any way. So you damage it, it's not expensive to pull it off and swap it out.
John, let's go out in the shop and see what you got working out there.
Because you've always got fun toys out in the garage.
Well,
got a couple things.
Yeah, a couple things. He always has a couple things out there. It's always fun to walk through the shop and see what he's working on.
Let's see what we got.
There.
Here's a little Model Y that's we're in the final stages of curing this thing. Let me try to get this camera backed out here a little bit.
Curing? What do you mean curing?
Well, we did a ceramic coating on it, and so see those are IR medium wave heaters, and so with these coatings, you have to purge the solvent out of them, kind of like it's an old school clear coat, and that's what does it the right way.
I see.
This is a self-healing coating on it, so it can you swirl the paint on it, and it will you can heal it from light swirl marks and things of that. And you can scratch through it. I don't want to overstate its capabilities, but it is something that you put it on a car 5 years later, it's going to look better than the car that
sure.
So
that didn't get it. So
that's the Jimmy Swaggart coating. Be healed.
Be healed.
No,
that is, you know what? I need to incorporate that into my routine.
You can use that. You can use it, John.
That's nice.
Yeah, I figured
nice.
it. All right. Let's move on.
I think I see the satin one next to you.
I do too.
Yeah. So this is satin paint protection film. This is the XPEL Stealth, 10-year warranty on it, and it's really a cool look, and it's a lot thicker than the vinyl, a little more expensive obviously, but it does offer the same protection as a regular paint protection film. This has a pretty cool look to it, and here is what I was telling you about as far as the chrome trim. Now all your Teslas come like this, but the older ones,
they were the bright trim.
They always had the bright trim on them.
Yep.
So that is just a satin film you put over black paint.
That's correct.
How simple is
Another
that?
C8 here.
Ooh.
Love the color.
That rapid blue looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
We're getting a ton of these things, man. I mean, well over 20 now that we've worked on. A lot of paint protection film. Difficult car to work on, but pretty cool. You've seen one of these, I'm sure, out there.
Oh, yeah.
Shelby?
A Shelby truck.
Yeah, neat car. Pretty cool. We did this a while back. I think he had a little accident, so we
touching it
buddy
up.
over my buddy's body shop had that thing repaired. Here's pretty neat car here. Aston Martin DB11.
Wow.
And you can see on here, see that film, that's paint protection film, but we do this hood in one piece. If you print a kit for it, it's going to give you 3 pieces, and we don't do it that way. We stretch it, and it ends up being without seams, and it's a much better look in the long run for the customer.
Very nice. Yes.
So do you when you talk about you stretch it, is that with heat as you expand and contract it?
Nope. We just stretch it. You don't want to use a bunch of heat on this stuff. Some people do. You just want to work with it and stretch it out so you don't have a bunch of marring and unnatural lines on it.
Neat.
All right, hey, check this out.
Oh, 914.
Is that not cool?
That is
And
cool.
the shape of this car is, hang on, let me get back to it. We can see it.
It's kind of like a Don Armstrong 20-year-old Corvette.
Corvair.
Man,
Corvair.
I don't know this thing's so old that it,
That's Don.
this thing is so old that the VIN number is like 7 digits. Seriously. I mean, but it's in great shape.
Yeah, it looks
I
to
mean,
be.
what a cool car.
You never see those cars anymore.
No.
No.
So your whole staff
No.
is pretty excited about the move coming up in 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Everybody's
it's going to be
anxious?
great. It's going to be, I mean, this facility has served us well.
And then in R8,
You're bumper to bumper there in that shop.
you're always bumper to bumper.
Yeah.
Always.
Parking
Here we go.
parking a car in your existing parking lot's like playing Jenga.
I know. It's bad.
And
It's bad.
and of
then
course the
we put
McLaren.
built-in radar detector laser diffuser system in this car. And, what can you say about this car?
So
this is a monster.
When you say diffuser, is that like a reflectant for the radar detection, or is that an absorbent for the radar detection?
It sends a signal back to it and jams it.
That says.
Yep.
Nice.
It sends a signal back to it and jams it. And, of course, that's also frowned upon.
And whose product is that?
We do a couple of different ones. The best laser jammers out there is Anti-Laser Priority, by far the best technology in the laser jamming world. And but we also will install, depending on your budget, we can do Redenzo Redenzo radar combined with ALP. We can do K40s. They have a system that's built in, and Escort has a system that's built in.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, but when you own a McLaren, I guess you want to get the best.
Yeah, no doubt about it. John, it's great to talk to you. Thanks so much for joining us today, and I'll be over there on Monday now.
Congratulations on the move. Hopefully you move before Monday and Don can't find you.
That's it.
And an open house. Need to have an open house.
Yeah, we need to have an open house over there.
Oh, man, that'd be great. I'd love to have you guys out for something like that if you could.
Yeah, well, let's plan on it. John, thank you so much again, and good luck to you, and I'll see you on Monday, sir.
Good day, boys.
Good
Take
day.
care.
Yeah, thank you. All right.
Yeah, so I posted his website up on our Facebook page.
That's very nice of you. Thank you very much. Hey, if you'd like to get in touch with us here at the In Wheel Time Car Show, shoot us an email. The address is info@inwheeltime.com. Okay, time now for the car review of the hour here on In Wheel Time. It's the 2021 Cadillac CT5 V. Now, settle down, Jeff.
I'm excited.
I know this car replaced the CTS last year. It comes in several trim levels: the luxury, the premium luxury, the sport, and the V series. I had the V. This is a mid-size sedan assembled in Lansing, Michigan. Thought I'd throw that in there. Seats 5 passengers, all new last year, as I mentioned. The V gets a blacked-out mesh grille, top to bottom front lighting that I just absolutely adore on this car. It has the chin and trunk lid spoilers on it, rocker molding extensions with quad exhaust tips. It is a bad-to-the-bone looking car, and it's a Cadillac. What I liked about it, the overall menacing look of the V. You'll get the Black Wing V, for 2022. That's coming.
That's the one.
Yep. And that's going to have the supercharged Corvette motor in it.
Be still my heart.
Interior highlights, well laid out dash with carbon fiber accents, stand-up infotainment screen that it's easy to use, optional changeable instrument cluster, comfortable bucket seats, cargo trunk room, kind of small, but it is a mid-size car. What I liked about the comfort level, that's what I really liked about it. A very comfortable car to ride, to drive, and to compete against. Is there a problem over there?
Not anymore.
Okay. What could use improvement? A little more luxury feel. I do like the luxury part of the car. It has a 3-liter twin-turbo V6 that turns out 360 horsepower and 405 pound-feet of torque through a 10-speed automatic transmission driving the rear wheels. 18 miles per gallon city, 27 highway for combined to 21. I got 22.3 over 397 miles. What I liked about the entire powertrain, power comes on seamlessly in this thing. What could use improvement? What's the Black Wing going to have? 668 horsepower with a V8 supercharged engine.
What could use improvement is me behind the wheel.
That's exactly
awesome.
right. Ride and handling, smooth as you want it to be with the active suspension system on it. What could use improvement there? Nothing. Base price on the V is $62,680. Price is tested $63,445, and I think that's a bargain, ladies and gentlemen.
For what it offers.
Base model price on the CT5 is $41,595. Competitors, BMW 5 Series starts at $54,200, Mercedes-Benz E-Class $54,250, and the Audi A6 at $54,900. And that is my review of the Cadillac CT5 V.
V for, oh my gosh, is that fast?
Can you do that again? I wasn't listening.
You just wanted to absorb yourself in all of that? Is that what it
Jeff's
was?
going to put it on a podcast
There you
and
go.
replay in his car all the time.
All right, the In Wheel Time Car Show will continue right after this quick break. Stay with us.
When you're ready to shop Chevrolet, we know one that should be at the top of your list. Bayway. Locally owned by Houston-born and raised Daryl Wisniewski, Bayway brings a sense of family to your Chevrolet buying experience. When you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, you now have a place to go. General Manager Lincoln Stahl guarantees Bayway will beat any competitor's written price on the new vehicle you choose or pay you $1,000. Bayway Chevrolet is located only 8 minutes from the Beltway and Highway 288. Whether it's online or in person, you'll be welcomed like one of the family. BaywayChevrolet.com. Tailpipes and Tacos is Houston's premier cruise-in, and you're invited to join in. Whether you're a cruiser or spectator, Tailpipes and Tacos is the place to enjoy made-to-order breakfast tacos, fresh coffee, and mingle with Houston's fun car people. Mark your calendar for Saturday, June 19th for Tailpipes and Tacos at the Lupe Tortilla Mexican Restaurant in Caddy, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Tailpipes and Tacos is free, and everyone is invited. You'll see collector cars, hot rods, customs, magnificent originals, and resto mods. Cars from all over Southeast Texas cruise in and show off in a friends and family event at the Lupe Tortilla Mexican Restaurant on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10 in Katy. Drag racer, car enthusiast, and Lupe founder Stan Holt brings you Houston's hottest cruise-in, Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday, June 19th, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Lupe's in Katy. The In Wheel Time Car Show will be there too. Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday morning, June 19th, 8 to 11 a.m. at Lupe's in Katy. Inside the Loop, visit Tailpipes and Tacos on the Southwest Freeway at Shepherd, weather permitting. You see all the new ceramic car wash cleaners on TV now, but John Gray at Gulf Coast Auto Shield has been using ceramic coatings on Houston's most expensive cars for years, and he'll tell you that nothing beats the real thing. Gulf Coast Auto Shield installs a coating over your paint that actually comes with a warranty. If you just picked up your Lambo, your Aston Martin, Porsche, Ferrari, any other exotic car, chances are your car will have company that have already found Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Now, you don't have to own an exotic. Maybe you got a truck, an SUV, or even an older vehicle that needs a little love. Well, let John Gray give it a look and give you an estimate on refurbishing that paint and making your vehicle look new again. How about getting a gift certificate for the wife's birthday or anniversary from Gulf Coast Auto Shield and tell her, honey, I know you love your car, so why don't we get it looking new again? It'll be the best gift ever, one that she'll never forget. Get hold of John Gray at gcautoshield.com or give him a call, 832-264-0670. Gulf Coast Auto Shield. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.